the ancient city of Babylon lived a beautiful and faithful woman named Susannah. She was the wife of a wealthy and respected man, Joachim. Susannah was known for her piety and devotion to God. But little did she know, a dark plot was forming against her. Susannah was a woman of great beauty, but more than that, she was righteous and loved the Lord with all her heart. Her husband Joachim was one of the wealthiest men in Babylon, and their home was often filled with important guests. Among those who frequently visited were two elders, men entrusted with judging the people. Despite their appearance of wisdom, these two elders were consumed by lust for Susannah. Day after day, they watched her in secret as she bathed in her private garden. One day, they devised an evil plan. They would confront Susannah alone and blackmail her into fulfilling their wicked desires. One afternoon, while Susannah was bathing in the garden, the two elders secretly approached. They said to her, "We are alone, and no one can see us. If you do not give in to our desires, we will testify that you are meeting a young man here." Susannah, though terrified, remained faithful to God. She refused to be blackmailed by the elders, knowing that her life was at stake. She cried out with a loud voice, hoping someone might hear her. Susannah stood her ground and said, "I would rather fall into your hands than sin in the sight of the Lord." With that, she screamed for help, and the elders, angered by her refusal, twisted their evil plan into action. Next day, the elders carried out their deceitful scheme. They went before the assembly and falsely accused Susannah of meeting a young man in the garden. Despite her cries of innocence, the people believed the elders, as they were respected judges. The elders declared, "We saw her with our own eyes. She was meeting a young man in secret." The assembly believed their lies, and Susannah was condemned to death. Her heart was broken. But even in this moment of despair, Susannah prayed to the Lord, trusting that he would deliver her. But God heard Susannah's prayer. He stirred the heart of a young man named Daniel, who stood up and cried out, "I am innocent of this woman's blood." Daniel, filled with wisdom from the Lord, questioned the two elders separately. Their stories did not match, and the truth was revealed. They had lied to blackmail Susannah. Daniel said to the people, "Examine them separately, and you will see that they are lying." And indeed, the elders gave conflicting answers. The people realized their wickedness, and the elders were punished. Susannah's life was spared, and she was vindicated in the eyes of all. Susannah, a woman of unwavering faith, was saved by the grace of God. Her story became an enduring lesson about the power of truth and the importance of standing firm in righteousness.